Here in Dublin's north inner city, you can feel the tension on the street. Like everyone else, are wondering when and where the next murder will take place.
The Kinahan Cartel, a name that strikes fear into the hearts of many. Operating globally, their criminal empire has been responsible for countless deaths and unimaginable violence. But how did this Irish gang rise to such power? What lies at the heart of their success? In this video, we'll uncover the dark truth behind the Notorious Kinahan Cartel and explore the factors that have made them one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world. Here we begin. The Kinahan organized crime group rose to power in the late 1990s and early 2000s, during Ireland's Celtic Tiger era of economic growth, led by founder Christy Kinahan, a Dublin native with a history of criminal convictions. Starting as a small group of inner-city drug dealers in Dublin, the organization rapidly expanded into a global multi-million-dollar criminal empire under the direct leadership of Christy Kinahan and later his son Daniel. The group has since been identified by Irish courts as a murderous organization engaged in international drug and firearms trafficking. In April 2022, the U.S. Department of State offered up to $5 million US in rewards for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Kinahan family members, including 7 key members. Despite sanctions, Spanish-based cartel associates were reported continuing multi-million euro drug shipments in August 2022. Most recently, a raid in Dublin led to the arrest of 8 people and the seizure of 40 kg of cocaine, nitric oxide containers, cash, and drug-related equipment in February 2023. Rise to power: the Kinahan Cartel's ascension in the criminal world. The rise of the Kinahan Cartel can be attributed to various factors beyond its founder Christy Kinahan's criminal activities in the 1970s. First, the gang's success is partly due to its ability to adapt to changing circumstances and stay ahead of law enforcement agencies. For example, the group reportedly started as a street gang of inner-city drug dealers in Dublin before expanding into a multi-million-dollar global criminal network. Another factor that contributed to their rise to power was their access to vast financial resources, which they used to bribe officials, fund lavish lifestyles, and expand their criminal activities. In addition, the Kinahan Cartel's control over the global drug trade, particularly the lucrative cocaine market, has allowed them to accumulate vast sums of money and become a dominant force in the criminal world. The group's leadership structure and operational model have significantly impacted their success. The cartel operates as a hierarchical organization with clear lines of authority and strict codes of conduct that ensure loyalty and obedience. In addition, their use of sophisticated communication technologies, such as encrypted phones and social media, has made it difficult for law enforcement agencies to track their activities and disrupt operations. The business of crime and their violent tactics. The Kinahan Cartel's business of crime is built on more than just drug trafficking. They have diversified their portfolio to include money laundering, arms dealing, and extortion, among other illegal activities. The criminal organization operates on a global scale, with a network spanning from Europe to South America. Their fortune has been estimated to be worth billions, allowing them to maintain their powerful position in the criminal underworld. However, their rise to power has not come without violent tactics. The Kinahan Cartel has a history of using intimidation, assassinations, and drug wars to maintain its hold on its criminal empire. In the past, they have targeted rivals, law enforcement officials, and even innocent bystanders. Their violent methods have earned them a reputation as one of the most ruthless criminal organizations in the world. Their use of violent tactics has also led to increased attention from law enforcement agencies in Ireland and internationally. The Kinahan Cartel has been the subject of numerous investigations, arrests, and seizures of its assets. Despite these efforts, the organization has avoided prosecution and continued its criminal activities. The Kinahan Cartel's use of violent tactics and involvement in organized crime make them a significant threat to society. Their fortune and global network allow them to operate with impunity, making it challenging for law enforcement to bring them to justice. The question remains, can anything be done to stop the Kinahan Cartel's reign of terror? So how did the Kinahan Cartel get popular worldwide? Its global reach. The Kinahan Cartel's influence beyond Ireland? The Kinahan Cartel may have originated in Dublin, but its reach extends far beyond the borders of Ireland. In fact, the group's global influence is one of the key factors that has made it one of the most notorious criminal organizations in the world. The Kinahan Cartel's expansion began in the early 2000s, when it established a presence in Spain, particularly on the Costa del Sol. From there, it spread its operations throughout Europe, with links to organized crime networks in the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany. The group also has connections in the United Arab Emirates and South America, and is known to have imported drugs from as far away as Colombia and Mexico. But the Kinahan Cartel's international reach isn't limited to drug trafficking. The group has also been involved in various other criminal activities, including weapon smuggling, money laundering, and human trafficking. Its connections to organized crime networks worldwide have allowed it to expand its operations and profits, making it one of the wealthiest criminal organizations. However, the Kinahan Cartel's global reach has also made it a worldwide target for law enforcement agencies. In recent years, authorities in Spain, the Netherlands, and the UK have carried out numerous operations against the group, arresting dozens of its members and associates. The U.S. government has also offered multi-million-dollar rewards for information leading to the arrest and conviction of key organization members. Despite these efforts, the Kinahan Cartel continues to operate globally, using its connections and resources to stay one step ahead of the law. Its violent tactics, including intimidation, assassinations, and drug wars, have earned it a reputation as one of the most ruthless criminal organizations in the world. As long as it continues to profit from its criminal activities, it seems unlikely that the Kinahan Cartel will give up its global influence anytime soon. Future of the Kinahan Cartel. What lies ahead? The future of the Kinahan Cartel remains uncertain, following the recent arrests of several of its key members and ongoing efforts by international law enforcement agencies to disrupt its criminal operations. In addition to the arrests of Johnny Cash Morrissey and his wife Nicola in September 2022, several other cartel members have been targeted for prosecution or extradition, including Daniel Kinahan, Christopher Kinahan, and Bernard Clancy. Despite these setbacks, it is unclear whether the Kinahan Cartel will be permanently dismantled or will continue operating through its network of associates and affiliates. The cartel has proven to be a resilient and adaptable criminal organization, navigating changing law enforcement strategies and maintaining its criminal enterprises through intimidation, violence, and corruption. One potential threat to the Kinahan Cartel's operations is the increasing use of artificial intelligence and big data analytics by law enforcement agencies to target criminal networks. Advanced algorithms and machine learning techniques can help identify patterns and connections between seemingly disparate criminal activities, making it easier for law enforcement to disrupt criminal operations and prosecute key individuals. This could make it more difficult for the Kinahan Cartel to evade detection and continue its illegal activities. Another potential challenge for the Kinahan Cartel is the changing landscape of drug markets in Europe and internationally. The increasing legalization of cannabis and other drugs in certain jurisdictions may reduce the demand for illicit drugs. In contrast, the rise of new synthetic drugs and online marketplaces may create new opportunities for criminal organizations. As a result, the cartel may need to adapt its operations to take advantage of these changes or risk losing market share to other criminal groups. In addition to these external factors, the Kinahan Cartel may face internal challenges as key members are targeted for prosecution or turn on each other. The cartel has a history of violent feuds and power struggles, and the recent arrests and extraditions may create further divisions within the organization. This could lead to a fragmentation of the cartel into smaller, less powerful groups or the emergence of new criminal organizations to fill the power vacuum. Overall, the future of the Kinahan Cartel is uncertain. Still, the group will remain a major player in the criminal underworld for the foreseeable future. The cartel's ability to adapt to changing circumstances and maintain its criminal enterprises through violence and corruption makes it a formidable opponent for law enforcement agencies worldwide. However, with increased international cooperation and advanced technologies, there is hope that the Kinahan Cartel and other criminal organizations can be dismantled and brought to justice. What do you think about the dark truth of the Kinahan Cartel? Comment below and subscribe for more.